Hope you're all having a beautiful day. I'm your host, Logan23. You're joining me for Nightbound, Chapter 16, What Comes After? You float in darkness, numb to the passage of time, drifting aimlessly through the silent void. Gradually, your awareness begins to trickle back, a slow awakening from the dreamless sleep. Where? Just as if a dam has split open, the memories come flooding back. Ah! Claw lashes out, glistening with blood, plunges into your chest, tearing through your flesh, burrowing past your ribcage. Oh God. You look down, but there's no sign of the gruesome wound in your chest. Shivering, you search your surroundings for any sign of life. Hello? Is anyone there? But nothing's there. No light, no ground to stand on, no sound but the hollow echo of your voice. Anyone? Shaking, you hug yourself tightly, with tears blurring your vision. You almost miss the point of the golden light, flaring in the life a few yards away. What the? The light grows closer, swelling outward to form a vaguely humanoid shape. Light dims to a pale glow, revealing familiar features beneath. Vixen, my darling girl. Father? Crying out, you rush over to Elric and fling your arms around him. He draws you into a warm, tight hug, his arms reassuringly solid around you. What I would have given to see your face again, under any circumstances but these. I don't understand. Am I really dead? You lean into the embrace, your shoulders heaving with emotion. So, this is it, Elric sighs deeply, gathering you closer. I'm afraid you are, love. As am I. So, where are we? What is this place? It's wonderful to see you, but don't get me wrong, but I don't think the afterlife would be so, empty. Elric draws back, resting his hands on your shoulders. The Fae don't truly die, not as humans do. We're born of magic and return to magic. But first, we pass through here. Through the plane of shadow, a way station of sorts, a place where our spirits can linger, watching over corporeal world. You mean like ghosts? Ghosts are mere shadows, empty echoes of the souls that left them. You and I are no shadows. Our souls are here, the essence of who we are. Nothing has been lost. Other than our whole lives, friends, family, people we love, everything's gone. Tears sting your eyes, and you cover your face with shaking hands. It's just, there were so much I wanted to do. I feel like I was only beginning to know myself to understand who I could be. It's not fair. Can't believe I'm dead just like that. Elric gently pulls your hands away from your face, enfolding them in his. No, not like that. You're a miracle, love. The first half-fae in a long, long time. Your very existence defies possibility. What do you mean? I mean that you will be able to do many things that seem impossible. Things that no mortal can, and no pure-blooded fae. Perhaps even this. Father, what? Before the words can leave your mouth, your joined hands begin to glow with tremendous golden light. The light sweeps you up, hurling around you like a gentle wave, and sends you hurling through the void. Father, wait! No. World has waited long enough. Elric closes his eyes as the golden light pours out of him, and his form begins to fade away. The golden torrent carries you away, faster and faster, the light blazing brighter, until you have to shut your eyes against the glare. With a shearing gasp, you're plunged back into your body. Heart pounding against your ribs, you frantically run your hand over your blood-stained clothes, feeling the smooth, unbroken skin of your chest beneath. I'm alive. How is that possible? Shaking, you push yourself to your feet, taking in the carnage all around you. The street is in shambles. Ravaged, floats flickering erratically, bloody streamers flapping limply in the breeze. The survivors have fled, but lifeless bodies lie scattered amid the rubble. Near the overturned sleigh float, you glimpse Cal and Catherine, helping a battered Vera stumble to her feet. Easy now. Lean on me. In the eye of the chaos, the Fates stands with both hands lifted, holding a struggling Thomas at bay with blasts of crackling energy. Back, abomination! Behind her, Nick batters Thomas with a barrage of crossbow bolts, which he barely seems to notice. Come on, you bastard, just die already! Thomas hisses, dodging another of the Fates' attacks. Hey, ugly, over here. The street falls still. Every face turns to stare as you sway unsteadily on your feet. Rook! Vixen, how? This is impossible. Thomas swings his contorted face your way, eyes flaring with bloodlust. Anger burns inside of you, along with something else. Something new. Something bright and electric. Something powerful. Vixen, run, he's too strong! No. Thomas streaks in your direction, and suddenly it seems like you're seeing it in slow motion. Bloody claws scythe down, your friends lunge towards you, and you watch it all with a feeling of calm certainty. Today, I'm stronger. Block his attack. Dodge and counterattack. Almost casually, you step to one side. Thomas's claw tears through empty air. Missed me. Crouching, you slam your hand against Thomas's stomach, sending him flying backwards. It's into one of the shattered floats. Holy hell! As you stare into Thomas's dead, hateful eyes, you know that now, in this moment, you could do anything. Blast him with light. Close your eyes and lift both hands up, palms out. Just let it go. You can do this. The power humming inside you intensifies, thrumming like an electric storm, and a blinding blast of light sears out of your palms. Ah! Thomas twitches sideways, but the light crashes into him like a hurled javelin, punching a scorched, blackened hole into his chest. Oh my god, he's hurt. Vixen's actually hurting him. That's it, Vixen. Bury that bastard. A raging river of power thunders through you as you advance on Thomas, your skin blazing like the sun. He shakes his head, baring pointed teeth in defiance. Lunges forward again, but you're ready for him, raising both glowing fists. This one's for Kristen. Slam your fist into his face, he bellows with helpless, thwarted rage. This is for Cassie. Thomas lashes out with one hooked claw, but you dodge easily, your fist snapping out to shatter his bony elbow. Lunge forward, gripping Thomas by the throat. He struggles, snarling against your grip. And this is for my father, you son of a... Driven by the low, insistent whisper of an instinct, you plunge your hand into his chest. As his flesh parts around your hand, the world recedes, leaving you immersed in dark, malevolent churn of deathly magic. As magic aura permeates your mind, you can smell the coppery reek of blood, the feel icy, unyielding press of graveyard soil. The blood wraith. It feels like death. But beyond the bleak, oppressive miasma of death, you sense a silvery wisp of life, a faint glimmer of Thomas's human soul. With everyone you've killed, you can burn in hell. If I remember correctly, you're pretty big on cleansing, aren't you? Scourging, purging too, right? I hope you like being on the receiving end. You clench your fist inside his chest, gathering all of your power inside you. I hope you're ready to burn. You think of light, bright, blinding rivers of it, like the kind Elric used to break you free from the plane of shadow. Your hand glows brighter, blazing so bright his rib cage flares like a lantern. The light intensifies into a brilliant, blinding glare like a supernova bursting inside of his chest. And then his body simply melts away around it, into an inky wisp of shadow that disperses into the night. The power leaves you in a rush like a receding tide. Reeling, you lurch forward on your knees, your hand still inky with his blood. Holy wow! Dimly, you realize that a commotion is rising all around you. Blinking, you look up to see Nick's bloody, grinning face. Holy hell, Rook. That was one for the ages. My ears are still ringing. Catherine, Farah, and Cal crowd around you, faces alight with triumph. Congratulations, Vixen. You've officially Crescent City's newest superhero. Glowy hands and all. You look around at the ring of smiling faces all around you. I'm gonna go ahead and hug Vera. Reach up to Vera, who gently helps you up with a gloved hand. You tug her into your arms, folding her against you. Vixen, I can't believe it. I saw you fall. I saw you. She swallows, taking a shuddering breath. You brush your palm over the soft halo of her curls. It was Elric. He saved me. Sent me back somehow. He said I could do the impossible. You look around the wreckage of the street, the torn, ruined bodies tossed carelessly between the floats. But I feel like I'm already too late. Vixen, no. Vera pulls away from you and enfolds one of your hands in hers, pressing it against her chest. You weren't too late for Nick, or Cal, or Catherine, or for me. I can't speak for them, but I'm pretty damn stoked to be alive. And he's gone, Vixen. He terrorized the city, and now all the monsters can sleep easy. Because of you. I'd call that a pretty decent first stab at changing the world. Sighing, you step back, rubbing your hands across your face. I don't know about you, but dying really took a lot out of me. I feel like I got hit by a truck, or maybe 5. Nick nods, resting a reassured hand on your shoulder. Let's get you home. You've earned a good rest. A long rest. After a night of deep restorative sleep, you and your friends gather at the graveyard shift before you catch your flight home. The only television at the bar, an ancient-looking black and white set with rabbit ear antennas broadcasting coverage of the attack. A gas leak. Seriously. They're claiming gas could cause mass hallucinations and practically level 8 blocks. That's such a cliche. This is the excuse from, like, every movie ever made. I mean, who'd ever buy it? Who wouldn't? Is the better question. The vast majority of people are experts at burying their heads in the sand. Your average citizen would love to believe there's nothing scarier in the big, bad world than a gas leak. Ain't that the truth? Inner procedure, muggle control. Ivy scoots her stool closer to yours, her eyes gleaming with avid curiosity. Okay, so run it by me again. You died, came back via Elric's last magical act, which I didn't even think could be a posthumous thing. Yeah, that all sounds about right, but... Okay, then you stuck your hand in Thomas's chest, which, by the way, is extremely gross and awesome. Drops his forehead onto his crossed arms, groaning into the bar top.
Ivy, would you ease up? Maybe she doesn't want to give you a play-by-play the night she died. Suppose she's not our last day with us.
What would we ever do without you to teach us common decency, Crumb? Rolling her eyes elaborately, Ivy opens her mouth to reply, but she's interrupted by 3 sharp raps at the door. Who could that be? Everyone who should be here is already... The door flies open and a familiar figure sweeps in, veils billowing in an intangible wind. Ah, I thought I might find you here, Vixen, in the company of my dearest gathering of misfits. Hello to you too? She glides closer to you, your skin prickles at the uncanny aura emanating from her shifting terrain. Her face. I come in thanks. You did what I myself could not. You quelled an evil that was meant to gnaw this world to its bones. But how did I do it? That magic was so beyond anything I've ever been able to do before, or since for that matter. This was Elric's final gift to you. As he left this world behind, he imbued you with the last of his power, enough to ensure your victory. But even Elric couldn't do stuff like this outside the Fey realm, so how did I... Fey looks at you for a long, quiet moment, her eyes seeming to bore straight through you. Because you're half human, silly girl! Do you still not know your own multitudes, daughter of 2 realms? Can you not feel the sheer force of what you are? Can I feel it? Yes. You think of the tumultuous power you felt when you killed Thomas. The surge of oceans of light inside you. I mean, I do. I don't feel it right this second, but I remember how strong it was. Of course you do. Such a birthright cannot be cast asunder. Slumped back against the bar, overwhelmed, Nick catches your eye, then scrapes his chair forward, lifting an eyebrow at the Fade. Lady Fade, I don't mean to butt in. You've won my favor with your boldness against the beast. Thrice-cursed son, do not test it by trapezing where you do not belong. I'm just asking that you tell it plain, Lady Fade. Vixen has been through a lot. She just wants to understand who she is. Fade holds his eyes for a long, fraught moment, and gives a brisk, imperious nod, turning to you. What you are is rare, child. For many centuries, the 2 races were thought to be incompatible. The magic of the Fey realm is wild and lovely as a gale. It saturates every corner of the world, being able to be sized and shaped at a whim. But such ethereal beings are divorced from the earth. They can draw some power from their own realm, but cannot access the deep primal power that permeates this world. But someone who is half Fey and half human? Precisely. This alchemy allows you to access the power of both worlds, using them in concert. This is what you did last night. Using human magic with Fey, you were able to access powers previously unknown. But that's amazing. Your heart leaps at the thought of all the power rushing to your fingertips. That much power, I could do anything. It's just so hard to believe. I mean, I'm just me, and I haven't done anything since the battle. The power El gave you has faded, but your own power is only beginning to grow. When they mature, you could do great good with this power, or bring about terrible darkness. Uncertainty surges up inside you, a tantalizing mixture of icy apprehension and breathless anticipation. Also, figuring the fate doesn't know which way you'll go is very interesting because she's supposed to know it all. But which will it be? Can you see it? A secretive, serendipitous smile flits across the fate's lips, and you remember her temple at sunset. The ranching of potential of her prophecies, the possibilities of lived out by lovers, warriors, and kings. You're really not going to tell me anything. Wordlessly, the fate turns back towards the door, leaving the bar with a final, unreadable glance over her shoulder. Ain't that the typical tight-lipped to the end? Do you guys think that maybe she just does the opaque thing because it's fun? I mean, Batman always disappeared right when people were talking to him, so yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. That's one sly lady. She does have a very particular flair. You all gaze at the door, mystified, until a bright, silvery tinkling pierces the silence. Glance curiously over at Garrus, who's resting his cheek in one hand and ringing a dainty bell with the other. Closing time, my mortals. I'm off to sleep, perchance to dream, as they say. Your phone buzzes and you pull it out to see a new message from Christine. Hey, I'm all packed. You ready to leave? Garrus catches your eye knowingly, giving you a little wink. I believe our dear Vixen has a plane to catch, unless it is you have some other adventure in mind. Taking a deep breath, you look around at the familiar faces gathered around the bar top, preparing to say goodbye for the last time. But you can't help wondering, what if you didn't? Do I really want to go? Now's your chance to decide how your story will end. Will you leave the world of night behind, return to your normal life, or will you stay and start a new adventure with someone special? Like the skull on the counter. Bet you don't know where I'm gonna go with this. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. If suddenly, right now, you told me that this was possible, that there was a place in this world like this, I would go to it willingly. Because I don't feel wanted by this world. Not this world. Sending Kristen a quick explanatory text, you slide off the stool and walk over to Vera. Her eyes widen, she bites her lip as you draw her into a gentle hug. I want to stay. Right here with you. Oh, Vixen. Her arms tighten around your neck. She breaks into a sweet, dimpled smile. That's all I could ever hope for. So, shall we? Absolutely. You say goodbye to everyone and then head out onto the street, hand in hand. Above you, the last few ribbons of sunset unfurl across the sky, streaking it with gilded tangerine and pink. You swing Vera's hand as you walk. What a gorgeous evening. Can't believe we actually can take a minute to soak it in and just relax. Well, we went through hell to earn it, right? And now that we have, where to? Vera sets her jaw firmly, her face darkening a little. Actually, I do have one last piece of business to settle. I need to talk to my mother. Vera, I'll be right there with you. You squeeze her hand reassuringly. I know this is a huge deal for you. Your mom can be, well, daunting, to say the least. I'll be right there with you, Vera, every step of the way. Arrive at Lady Smoke's casino, entering through the hidden side door, descend the spiral staircase together. A muffled hush descends over the glittering, cavernous room as you walk in. The rattle of dice rolls to a halt, and the roulette wheel stops spinning. My. At her imposing desk, Lady Smoke swivels around in her chair, tapping the nip or quill against the desktop. Look who the kitty dragged in, my baby girl, and a sanctimonious little friend. I admit I'm surprised to see you both in one piece. Spare us the pleasantries, Mother. We're here on business. Speaking of business, what did you think of my handiwork? She gestures towards the enormous flat screens set into the walls, all them projecting news coverage of the fictional gas leak. You couldn't have done better than a gas leak. I would have expected at least an iota of creativity from you, given how many times you've done this. Lady Smoke throws her head back and laughs throatily, the elegant column of her throat rippling. Hardly, precious. Doesn't pay to be creative when you're pulling wool over people's eyes. Gas leaks are a known quantity. Comfortable, familiar. Hell, in this town, they're practically a dime a dozen. Because of you mean. You know, I don't like to get my hands needlessly dirty, baby. I don't manufacture evil, I just spin it. But you... She interlaces her velvet-gloved hands on the desk, leaning forward over them, her eyes gleaming with unabashed pride. I have to say, precious, you did good. A Remenwee. My daughter standing against a blood wraith. I'm impressed and damn proud. Vera drops her eyes, gloved hand clenched in a tight fist. Fuming, you square your shoulders and glare at Lady Smoke. Lady Smoke? She did what she had to. You make it sound admirable, as if Vera doesn't suffer every time she takes her gloves off. She did what she had to protect her friends. That doesn't mean she enjoys it, unlike you. Rolling her eyes, Lady Smoke waves her hand dismissively, brushing you aside. What's important is that you finally come around, baby. You've seized your strength, coming into your own. You're ready to become who you really are. I am a Remanoir. Lady Smoke tosses her head back, eyes glistening with triumph. Damn right you are. But I'm not your daughter. Lady Smoke's nostrils flare, and her body turns dangerously still. And how does that work exactly? Because last I checked, you were my blood, my hair, whether you like it or not. That might be true, but it doesn't mean I have to become you. This curse is a tool, like a knife or a hammer. And in my hands, it doesn't have to be evil. It can be a force of good, or I could just put it on the shelf and leave it there. It's my choice, and you don't get a damn say about it. Lady Smoke takes a long, quivering breath and sets down her quill in a slow, deliberate movement. Your rampant naivete would be endearing, baby, if it wasn't so infuriating. This little rebellion doesn't even sound like you. Her face twists into a furious glower, and she levels a vicious gaze at you. You've been whispering in my girl's ear, stoking this nonsense. Maybe you're the answer. Maybe that's what it'll take to get you to see reason, Vera. Maybe I need to take your little friend out of the picture. Permanently. Motions to her enforcers, who melt out of the crowd and surround you, their faces dark with menace. I killed a blood wraith and you really want to piss with me, alright? Kill me. I'd like to see you try. As the goons come forward, you lift your hands, which kindle with a subtle glow. Maybe you've forgotten, or maybe you've actually tricked yourself into believing it really was a gas leak. But I killed the blood wraith, remember? And if I could waste a supernatural assassin made of black magic and witch bones, what do you think I could do to your little cronies here? Beside you, Vera smiles frostily at her mother and begins slipping off one of her gloved hands. Go ahead, send your thugs after us. I'd rather not have to take out your whole protection detail, but that doesn't mean I won't do what I have to do. She reaches her gloved hand to you, and you take it. As you walk towards the door, the enforcers make no move to stop you, their faces distinctively leery. A storm rages over Lady Smoke's face, her lips trembling with fury. But as you leave, you glance over your shoulder to see her mouth curved into a proud, possessive smile. Outside, you and Vera turn to each other. Vera hugs herself, trembling a little even as she laughs. I can't believe I actually did that. I can attest that you did, and it was amazingly deep. Well, it at least partially happened because of you. You know that, right? Team Glowy and Death Hands for the win. No, we need to work on that. It's, wait for it, hands down the best team I've ever been on. Walked right into that one, didn't I? You turn towards the streets, teeming with tourists, locals, partygoers, the horizon deepening towards the plummy twilight above the rooftops. A vast, boundless sense of possibilities engulfs you as you watch the faces streaming by. The faces of the city you've made into a new home. So what now, Vixen? The world awaits. Now we... Ooh, I like this. Fight crime. Find a way to break your curse. Look for more people like us. I'm gonna go with look for more people like us. And that is the whole point, by the way, if you read my poem or watched my video. You catch your head to the side thoughtfully as an inkling of an idea sparks to life in your head. What if we went looking for people like us? I mean, I know the fate said half fae are super rare, but that doesn't mean we couldn't find them. And there have to be more people living with curses like yours. You could support each other, learn from each other. It would be kind of wonderful, actually, to feel like it's not just me and my relatives. Well, there's nothing stopping us from looking, is there? If that's what we want to do. I say we do it. I mean, why not? You and me together, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing we can't do. And that's what I'd like to hear. Gaze into her lovely, ebullient face, the breeze tossing silky whirls of her hair into her eyes. Cup one of Farrah's smooth cheeks and gently tangle your other hand in the soft halo of her hair. As long as I'm yours and you're mine, the whole world can be ours. You lean forward until there's no more air between you, angling your mouth over hers, her lips are plush, sweet, and she smiles against yours. Passer-by course around you as you stand intertwined, sharing a long, tender kiss that feels unmistakably like a beginning. So, when you say we can do anything, would that include, say, a Chilling Adventures of Sabrina marathon? I mean, it would be pretty on brand for us. Or we could eat our weight in big nets. What the hell are those? And I haven't even had gumbo once since I got here. First of all, that's a travesty. Second, I really, really like the way your mind works. Hey, I'm with my favorite local, right? The city's ours, soup to nuts. And now, we can finally enjoy it. Every last piece of it. Together. Vera? I guess you will have to wait for my feelings to grow with her to go there. Usually takes me a while. I have to build it up. Even though I like Vera, she's probably one of the most awesome characters outside of Caitlyn that I've encountered as a female in a while, so. Vera hugs you tight, then pulls back to smile at you. Book 2, question mark? Thank you. The fact that you feel the same way about me, I can't describe how good it feels. Well, you'd better get going to get used to it, because I don't plan to ever stop reminding you. All that in Sky. You walk down the street, laughing together, swinging your linked hands, and conjuring your shared future into being with every step. 1 year later. It's early in the morning, long before the shift opens, and Crom is bustling around behind the bar.
Maybe a little splash of mint. No, too obvious.
Humming cheerfully, he delicately lifts a small, frost-rimmed bottle from the top shelf.
Oh, essence of frost. That sounds perfect.
Behind him, Garrus walks out of the back room, and, seeing Crom, walks over to lean on the bar. For a while, he watches as the oblivious Crom struggles to uncork the tiny bottle with his enormously stony fingers. Do you require assistance?
Ugh!
Crom jumps, nearly dropping the bottle on the floor. He quickly fumbles it onto the counter, and takes a step back.
Garrus, I didn't think you'd be in so early.
I found myself with an overabundance of verve this morning. I seemed ashamed to waste it. And what are you doing back there, Trying to usurp my position?
No, I just, you mentioned that you were having trouble coming up with a drink special for this week, so...
Shyly, he picks up a mug-sized brass cauldron and sets it in front of Garrus.
I call it Morning Dew.
Ooh, pretty, I guess. Garrus lifts the cauldron in one fine boned hand, sniffing the pale turquoise contents with an interest. Fascinating. Twirls the contents to admire the color, takes a cautious sip, and quickly sets the cauldron back down. Oh no. No.
You don't like it?
Crom, if you forgive a touch of flippancy, I would venture to call this Morning Don't.
Oh.
Oh. Ouch. Crom wilts and Garrus reaches out to give him an affectionate pat on the shoulder. Don't look so glum, dear. I certainly didn't learn all of this in one day. Here, why don't I make you something?
Alright. Thank you, Garrus.
Garrus shoos Crom out from behind the bar and starts mixing bright cordials and spirits in a tall glass. Crom leans against the bar slightly wistfully as he watches the handsome Fae work. You sit at a large marble-topped table in Ivy's library, holding a sprig of smoldering herbs with both hands. Vera, Ivy, and Luke each stand at one of the table's other sides. Vera's bare hands are flat on the tabletop, ringed with intricate patterns drawn in charcoal. So now what? Now, Ivy checks her math to make sure she's not about to blow us into tiny pieces. What? I thought you said you knew this spell. Oh, I do. I know all 4 of the spells we jury-rigged together like a garbage can go-kart. What I don't know for certain is exactly how they'll interact. Suddenly, a lot less confident about this whole operation.
That's what the protection amulets are for, no? My supplier has a very good reputation in this business.
It'll probably be fine. It should work, but there is a slight chance it'll go boom in a big way. You still in? There's jaw clenches and she nods. Do it. Ivy nods, looking down at the ragged tome in her hands, speaks a few words in a strange musical language. Suddenly, all the air in the room hums like a plucked string. The marks on Vera's hands begin to smoke, glowing red hot. Ah! Vera. You drop your herbs and reach for her just as the glowing marks flash a blinding light. When the light fades a moment later, the marks are all gone from her hands and the air is still.
Damn. That was something. Are you alright?
I think so. My hands are tingly. Did it work? One way to find out. You hold up your hand, trembling. Vera reaches out with her pointer finger and taps the center of your palm. Did it... Vera, I didn't feel anything. Holy crap, I can't believe that word. I thought we were all going to be smears on the wall by now.
Oh,
What happened to it? It'll probably be fine. Oh, it was fine. See? Probabilities, probability. I can't believe it, Vixen. There clasps your hands in hers. You smile back, but then flinch as a prickling, burning sensation spreads across your skin. Ow! Uh-oh. Did we not get all of it? I guess it's not too bad. It feels like sticking your hands in water that's too hot, you know? Oh, so I'm not cured. Crestfallen, Vera tries to pull away, but you hold on, placing her hands between yours so she meets your eyes. Maybe not, but it's a start. Cal sits on the front steps of his cabin, humming quietly to himself as he idly whittles a scrap of walnut into the shape of a soaring bird. A low rumble of an engine rises over the brassy buzz of cicadas, growing steadily louder. Cal cocks his head to listen, but doesn't look up. Moss green pickup truck rolls up to the dirt road and parks in front of the cabin. A second later, the driver pops open the door and smoothly climbs out. Afternoon, Runt. Octavia. The tall, muscular woman strolls casually forward, looking around at the modest yard full of flowering shrubs and vegetable plants. Nice little spot you got here, real secluded. Yeah, well, it's nice to be somewhere quiet. Keeps too many unwelcome visitors from stopping by. She stops a few paces away, crossing her muscular arms over her chest. You implying that your pack alpha ain't a welcome visitor? Firstly, nobody said you weren't welcome here, long as you're not looking to start trouble. But secondly, you're not my alpha. I told you and I told all those young punks you sent me here to take me down. I'm done with the pack. You think She stops at the screen door, swings it open. Donnie steps out on the porch. This old bag bothering you, bro? Octavia snarls, taking a step forward, but Cal holds up a placating hand. I got this, Donnie. You sure? She could be here to try and kill you like the others. If she tries anything, I'll holler. Cross my heart. Donnie nods reluctantly, casting one more glance at Octavia, before stopping back inside. Cal sits down as whittling and reaches behind him, pulling a couple bottles out of the six-pack sitting on the porch. You want to come sit? I know you're partial to bourbon, but ain't nothing like a cold beer on a hot day. Wouldn't know. Octavia considers the offered beer for a moment and steps forward and takes it. Takes a seat on the step next to Cal, casually popping off the beer top cap with the edge of the handrail. For the record, I didn't send those pops after you. Didn't seem like your style. I figured if you'd wanted me dead, you'd come over here and rip my throat out yourself. Damn right. She sighs, taking a swig of her beer. Bunch of macho bullshit. What is that? Now, I love Christoph more than anything, but these days of the pack feels more like a damn frat house than a family. Half of those pops come after you because they wanted the glory. The other half did it because they thought it'd impress me. Dumb kids. Al takes a long, slow sip, considering his words carefully. You know, leaving all this behind has helped me realize some things. I wanted to get out of my dad's shadow, but he isn't the reason why the pack is broken. They bully each other and they call it strength, they tattle on each other and they call it loyalty. The pack would be so much more than that. It should be. Octavia upturns her beer, downing the rest of her bottle with a few swigs. She sets the bottle down on the step and grabs another from the pack. Alright then, so what are we gonna do about it? Well, it's not his real mother, is it? Like a stepmom, I think? I don't know. We never confirmed that. Mist swirls and pulls around Nick's feet as he stalks between mossy trees, crossbow loaded and ready. Come on, you big ugly bastard. I know you're out here. Pauses to listen, head moving to follow the faint, wet sounds of crunching and tearing emanating from behind a nearby log. Gotcha. Creeping forward on a silent feet, Nick slowly leans against a tree trunk to steal a glimpse of his prey. Oh. The distorted creature bends over a recently dead corpse, its two heads tearing off chunks of flesh and occasionally snapping angrily at each other. Nick ducks behind the tree, taking a deep breath, checks his crossbow, and then prepares to spring. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Nick lunges out from behind the tree, taking aim. God damn it, Katie, what the hell? Catherine looks up at him menacingly, yanking the blades of her sai out of the creature's skulls. Ryder, fancy seeing you here. Don't you get cute with me, I've been stalking this thing for days. It's not my fault if you're getting slow in your old age, Ryder. Real funny, Katie. We'll see who's laughing next time I swipe one of your kills. Oh, I'd like to see you try. Gotta say, I'm getting a little tired of you poaching my business. It's time we settle this mano a mano. Oh, Nick, it's cute that you think you can stand a chance against me. Yeah. You think it's so cute when I kick your smug ass all the way to... Both go still as a low gurgling howl echoes through the quiet swamp. Catherine smiles, twirling her sigh. Well, well, sounds like our friend here wasn't alone. Nick shoots her a crooked grin, raising his crossbow. Race you. They take off running, a pair of deadly shadows cutting through the swirling mist. And then, a little while later. Walk up the pathway towards the old cathedral, hands clenched at your sides. You can do this, Vixen. Deep breaths. Blanca purrs from your shoulder, rubbing her soft feathers against her cheek. You remember this place, Blanca. This is where I got you. Beside you, Vera laces her gloved fingers with yours. It's been kind of a long time. Are you gonna be okay? I have no idea, but I think I've stayed away long enough. She gives your hand a reassuring squeeze. Okay, but I'm right here with you if you need anything. I know you are. Thank you. The guard emerges from the shadows as you approach, and you give him a nervous wave. Hey, I know it's been a while, but I remember. Bows deeply, stepping aside to gesture at the cathedral door. Welcome home, daughter of Lamrian. Fine lady Thalassa in the throne room, writing in an ornate ledger. Go ahead, I'll let you have some privacy. You nod, swallowing hard, and walk towards your stepmother. At the sound of your footsteps, she looks up from her work. Vixen! She casts aside her quill, dashing over to wrap you in a warm hug. You lean into her embrace, closing your eyes and breathing in her sweet pea perfume. I'm sorry, I was away for so long. After everything, I needed some time. Do not apologize, my darling. I understand the need for solitude in the midst of grief. Losing my greatest love, losing my son, I could hardly bear to speak to another soul for months. She squeezes you tight and draws back to hold you at arm's length. She smiles, eyes shining with tears. But to see you now, it is like the sun shining upon my heart. I missed you. I missed you too. I missed... Using magic, Lamrian. The night market, the spires, the gardens. I wanted to come back sooner, but it was just too hard. I understand, love. Blanca mews at the lasso, who smiles and scratches her indulgently under the chin. I missed you too, little one. Have you been watching over Vixen for me? Vixen, I know I'm not bound to you by blood, but in heart, I consider you my daughter. My dear Elric once promised to teach you Fey magics. I would keep that promise for him, should you wish it. Will you teach me how to make Grimfire? He lets out a surprised laugh, giving your cheek a little pinch. Oh, I have no doubt you will be able to do it in time. But let's begin with the basics. Turns and traces a glowing portal, which opens up into the starry fields of the Fey realm. Come, there is much for you to discover. Lasser steps through the portal, but you hesitate for a moment, lingering on the border between your two worlds. Blanca chirps, kneading your shoulder with her soft paws. What do you think? Are we ready for this? The little creature looks up at you with luminous, snowing eyes. It's going to be okay. Smiling, you give her head. Scratch behind the ear. You glance over at Vera, and she beams at you. Hurry back. I promised you the best gumbo in the city, and I intend to deliver. Oh, I'm holding you to that. Alright then. I guess this is it. Taking a deep breath, you walk through the shining portal and toward your future. Gathered all 7 tiers and unlocked a bonus scene. Deep in the green, mud-choked tangle of the swamps, a young Fey boy wanders distraught between the cypresses. Father, mother, all my false-hearted kin have turned their backs on me. And the reason for book 2. Swats aside, a tangle of moss sputtering as drops of brackish dew fly up to hit him in the face. Why couldn't they see? I was only trying to protect them, protect our home. It's all her fault, that scheming, worthless, filthy human. Lambrian is mine by right. I'm the true heir, the one who knows. Ella's boot suddenly snags on a protruding root. Ah! Stumbles, sliding on the soggy ground, and falls, face first, into the mud. The whole blasted world is disgusting. I can't even do proper magic here, or I'd find that disgusting half-breed, blast her in a bloody pieces. Ella pauses, staring into the blank space as a slow, wicked smile blooms across his mud-streaked features. But then, there are other ways to take care of pests, aren't there? His hand reaches for the handle of his knife, stroking it fondly. No, not the knife, not at first. First she needs to suffer. He stands slowly, no longer seeming to care that his fine clothes are caked with mud. I'm gonna take everything from her. I'm gonna take her home, her power, and every person she ever loved. And the knife. Yeah, when she's begging for the mercy of death. When she... Stops short at something rustling in the bushes nearby. Someone there! Or rustling as something moves to the underbush, something large. I'm Tiala, son of Lord Elric and Lady Thalassa, rightful heir of the throne of Lamrin, and demand you show yourself! A cloud of liquid blackness spoils out of the undergrowth, slowly coalescing into something vaguely human-shaped. Ah! The shadow creature turns slowly, its burning eyes fixing on Tiala. Pale flames flicker across its claws as it begins to advance. Stay back! Tiala draws his knife, brandishing it before him as he stumbles backward, his face bone-white with fear. What do you want? I'll give you anything. I'm a very powerful man. I can give you... With a hissing shriek like nails on glass, the creature streaks forward. No, please! Razor-sharp claws tear through flesh and bone, blood splattering on the ground like rain. And then everything is quiet. On a dark night, as the moon rises over the rippling waters of the Mississippi River, Nick searches the docks, his face set in grim, determined lines. At the end of the last pier, the pale moonlight outlines a slim figure, swathed in veils, preparing to step on the Sharon's ramp. Just 1 second, lady. Fate turns, her ancient face inscrutable behind the layers of gauze. What a pleasant surprise! Come to see me off, ever the gentleman, the pinnacle of grace. I mean, for answers, it was you, wasn't it? This whole time. You hired me to protect Vixen. You planned all this. Yanked us all around like marionettes. Fate watches Nick coolly, concluding an air of faint, abstracted amusement. You would rather the blood wraith tear its way through the city soul by soul, until not a spark of magic remained. You think it would have stopped even then? Someone had to put a stop to the abomination, and neither you nor I had the power to do so. His face twists into a scowl. He crosses his arms over his chest, his jaw working. I'm not your goddamn pawn, lady. Next time you get the itch to play God, leave me the hell out of your games. Vade gives him a serene, enigmatic smile. You and I are bound together by forces far beyond your reckoning. You are part and parcel of my destiny, whether you like it or not. My destiny and Vixen's. The end. Thank you so much for playing Nightbound. It's a joy to bring you all kinds of stories and explore new worlds with you. We hope that you had so much fun on this adventure as we did. Watch your backs out there, Night Hunters. Love Pixelberry. The question is, will there truly be a book 2? Or will Pixelberry, with yet another good book, drop the ball like they did with several other books, namely Most Wanted, and will they move on to, other things? Tune in to the future, or where someone will finally get an answer and post it on Tumblr. Moving on. With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember, if you did, to support the channel. By doing so, you can hit that like button, hit that share button, and if you're not already subscribed, it's free! Did you know it's free? Be greatly supported. It's your way of simply saying, thank you, Locum. Thank you for spending 56 minutes and money / diamonds to do this and to bring this to me. And I enjoy your voices, or I enjoy your commentary. Just enjoy it, period. Okay? I'm literally the only one who sits on YouTube and reads this. I'm the only one who also does voices. And I'm the only one who cares about your opinion. Everyone else will simply block you, ignore you, or don't give a crap. That being said, you're all incredibly special to me. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you all in the next video. Good day.